Welcome back. Well, in just a few days, the Ivoryton Playhouse will be putting on a play that thoughtfully deals with themes of racism and censorship in our country. It's called Alabama Story. Here to tell us more is the Ivoryton's artistic director, Jacqueline Hubbard, who also happens to star in the show, and her co-artistic director, Todd Underwood. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
So, Jacqueline, give us a little background about the show and a bit of the plot.
Sure. So it's based on a true story. A librarian in Alabama, Emily Wheelock Reed, who was asked by a state senator to remove a book from the library. It was called The Rabbit's Wedding, and it was about a little black bunny and a little white bunny that decided to get married. And she rightly said, this is a children's book. This is for children. This is not dealing with politics or anything. And she stuck to her guns about it. And so that's a central theme, but the book also deals with a lot of other things that, you know, were relevant at the time in Alabama in the 60s, and some of them that are happening right now.
Right, it is very current. And Todd, I know that you handle this in such a thoughtful way. People who come to the theater will still be laughing. There's a lot of humor in this while handling those heavy topics. So how did you approach that?
For sure, just keeping it honest. I mean, I think in the 60s, there was wonderful music, wonderful life, wonderful changes. And so we just wanted to make sure that we honored those things, to talk about how not only the truth of it, but also how it changes us. And
Jacqueline, you play Emily Reed. She's the librarian. She seems like a feisty character in a great way. Tell us what it was like to play her.
She's got an interesting sense of humor, and I'd read the play a few times. It was never my first intention, but the more I got to know her, the more I really liked her, and I wanted a chance at bringing Emily to life. So, and I love books as a kid. I mean, I used to play librarian, you know, with my brothers and sisters, stamping books. So this is a little chance to play a role that I never thought I would.
I love that. And Todd, you know, this is a play that really is thought-provoking, hopefully for people who come to watch it. So what do you hope people do think about, take away from this show?
I hope they find a way and see a way of how we can come together. Even though we may not agree, we don't look alike, sound alike, think alike, but there are things that brings us together, and that is books, the arts, the way of finding new information to bring us closer and closer to each other.
I think that's beautiful, and I think from what I can tell so far, you will get that message across. Now, Jacqueline, let's talk a bit about the Playhouse. I mean, there's a lot of history there. It's a beautiful space. For people who have not been, give us, you know, what they can expect.
Sure. Well, the Playhouse is over 100 years old. It's one of the oldest independently run theaters in the country. And yeah, there it is on the screen.
Beautiful.
And, so it is small. So when you come to the Playhouse, you're not just watching a play from the audience. You're almost part of it because you're so close to what's going on. So I think it doesn't matter almost what you're seeing. In some way, it resonates differently with you if you're closer to what is happening. And I think that is something that we strive for when we put on shows at the Playhouse, is finding a way to make that special connection with the audience.
It's an immersive experience.
Yeah, in our own special way. You are very close to the action, and you get to feel exactly what the people on stage are feeling as well.
I think that's wonderful. It's why people go to the theater, right? So let's talk about tickets starting on Thursday. Very exciting. Where can people go to buy those tickets and reserve them?
Well, the easiest way is to go to our website, which is ivorytonplayhouse.org. Or you can pick up the phone and call, but you will forget the number if I tell you right now. So go to the website. And we would encourage, I mean, I think that this is a theme that resonates with everybody. Books, stories are important.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time today. Break a leg, as they say, on Thursday. Seems like a wonderful show. And of course, if you'd prefer to call, we'll link that on our website.
Thank you.
WTNH.com for you, or there is the ivorytonplayhouse.org if you would like to buy them there. We'll be right back.